Next action on the item list here is a rope-to-rope transfer. So all I've done to start is the exact same thing that I would whenever I'm approaching or climbing any potential drop set of ropes here. I have established my backup, I've function tested all of my equipment. Both of my ascension tools are working simultaneously together so I can climb up and do my changeover. But the idea here is that I have a separate set of ropes to actually do a rope transfer to position separately from my basic access lines. If you've noticed, all I've done is I've tied a small hitch point and I've just tied it off to the side of my tool belt to carry the ropes over with me. In a real world application, you may have to do this, or if you have enough people and they can swing the ropes over to you, that can also work. But this is the general established starting point for a rope-to-rope transfer as you take them with you. So after I've established my descent system onto my main access lines, at that point I'm going to go ahead and prepare to transfer over to my next set of lines. And as we've mentioned before, the first thing I'm going to establish here is my secondary backup fall arrest system. This is my duck. I use it simultaneously during a transfer with my secondary backup, the ASAP lock. So I'm going to go ahead and establish my duck onto my transfer lines and make that connection. First thing I'm gonna do is take up as much slack as I possibly can. I'm then going to remove the transfer lines off of my harness. I'm gonna make sure there's no crisscrosses between any of my system. And I'm going to transfer into my ascent tools. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my hand ascender and my foot tape. So what goes with those ascension tools is my chest ascender. So as you can see right now, as I pull myself further away from my plumb point on my access lines, I'll be on 4 points of contact. 1 backup, 2 backup, descent control device, my ascension tools into the secondary line. So I don't have to work harder than necessary. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the access line that's underneath of my chest ascender on the left side of my body from the transfer lines, and I'm simply going to rock my body weight over to take up some slack. Just like so. And as you can see, as I rose out of that line, my backup device sunk down ever so slightly. So I'm just gonna make sure my fall factor is as minimal as humanly possible. Perfect. See if I can do this one more time here. So that's a pretty good established situation where I'm in between both sets of access lines here. And all I'm going to do now is with my original set, I'm going to descend off of these lines until my weight is fully taken underneath of this new set. Nice and steady. Now at this point in time, you can see that my descent line from my original access point has gotten loose. So I'm gonna feed in as much slack as I can there, because now I'm hanging plumb underneath of my new set of lines. I'm going to remove one line, and the last thing that comes off is once again my backup system. I'm going to reestablish my descent tools. And again, pull out as much slack out of that device as humanly possible. I'm gonna stand up in my ascent system real quick so I can remove my chest descender and sit back down into my descent control device. Now at this point, I'm at a safe point to remove all of my ascent tools. And then I'm going to descend nice and safe down towards the ground. The major difference here is that this is a towed device, so every few feet or so, I'm gonna have to pull on the tow cord to remove the amount of free fall potential. This is not a self-trailing backup like the ASAP lock. So I'm gonna pull this down where I'm happy with my fall factor. I'm gonna descend down a little bit. As it starts to get tight, I will bring it down with me again. Once I'm safe on the ground, I can once again remove my descent system, and the safety, our backup fall arrest, is the last thing to come off.